to my YouTube channel once again. So I made this for a client and I didn't do the video recording, so I felt okay, let me do this recording this time around, because I made this particular black one too for another client. I thought, well, why not make a video recording of this so that you can share with your YouTube family, and so that is why we are here. Alright, welcome back. So this is a foam and I got it at those shops where they sell bag materials. You can also sell it in places where they sell bed. And so the width is 33. I'm making use of the width of 33, 34 or 35, but that was 33, and I had to cut the foam to accommodate the 33. Did I say width? I meant length. The length is 33, not width. Length 33. So I measured 1 inch of the foam, and I'm going to cut 6 of this foam. I'm going to cut 6 pieces of this foam of the length 33. So I have cut 6 pieces. Don't forget 1 inch of width, 1 inch of width, 1 inch of width. So the next thing is to get our material. I'm just trying to look for the stretchy part, the most stretchy part of the material, because this is a Duchess fabric. So I'm also taking the length of 33. I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to put in the foam like this. And I'm going to just sew. Can you see how I placed the foam? Of course, you can't just sew it like that, so you leave half an inch allowance at the beginning of the cloth before sewing, just like how I'm doing this video. So let's place the second one. I hope you can watch how I placed it. You also fold it that way. leaving half an inch allowance in the middle. Just watch the video, you will get it. It's really very simple. It's called banana twist. Banana twist. The first time a client reached out to me and sent a sample to me that she wanted to do that exact type, I was like, okay. Initially, it looked like a normal twist, like, twisting. I felt like, no, this is not normal twisting. It's different. You get it. And somehow, I got to discover that the name was called banana twist. I was like, oh, wow. I guess at the time I was cutting the foam, it was more than 33 inches. I did that deliberately so that if there's any excess, I can always cut it out. So you can see the way it looks. I left half inch allowance. For every sewing, I leave half inch allowance. So this is the third foam. See how I placed it. I just decided to come closer to the camera so that you have an understanding of how I did this in case you did not understand earlier. So it's just like you just keep wrapping and wrapping, you keep putting it, keep folding, wrapping and sewing. It's not hard at all. So all the 6 have been sewn. I just want to trim it off, trim the excess off. So don't forget that when we started earlier, I said we leave half an inch of allowance, and when I also finished, I trimmed it off, leaving half inch of allowance. So I'm going to just put those 2 parts together, just like how I did, and I'm just sewing through. Please don't be confused, it's very easy. Or if you can't do that, just look for 2 places anywhere and just close it up. Okay, there's really no rule to this, so sincerely, just that this is how I make mine. But you can see other places, so the idea of it is to close up inside of what you've made, so that the only thing that will be left is just the strands. Do you understand? I'm just trimming off the excess of this one. So I cut out a small fabric. The breadth of 6, length of 12. 12 by 6. Okay. So I'm folding into 2 and I'm sewing. You will understand what I use this for as we progress in the video. By 6, I folded into 2. I'm sewing the sides. I'm going to turn it too. Alright, so let's get to the inside of the head. I mean the part we wear first on the head. I'm going to form a plate with it. So get another fabric. At this time, the circumference of my client is 22. That's our head circumference. So you want to have an idea of the head circumference you are working with. Okay. So I'm forming plates with this. You saw how I folded it before now. And you just sew. Do you say that? I'm going to sew again. I believe you saw how I keep doing the plates. I made just 4 plates, and I was okay. Like, I was just cool with the 4. Alright, so the head circumference of my clients, I said, was 22. This fabric was quite stretchy, so I made it 21 because when she puts it on, it has a form of elasticity. So I placed it on fold and marked 10 and a half. 21 divided by 2 is 10 and a half. And so the length of what I'm working with is 14. You can make use of 14 or 13, but I did 14. 14. Can you see? And I also marked 10 and a half there for equal distance so that I can have a straight line. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is from that middle point, you curve it up again to the other middle point. Did you see that? That should be around, when you take your tape measurement, the curve comes in around 3 to 4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off, leaving half inch allowance or the sewing allowance. Alright, so let's go back to this. So this is how to form your twist, depending on how tight or loose you want it to be or how you want the design to really show. But this is how you do it. But make sure you sew the edges before you form this. So I'm just showing you. When I was doing it, I was like, let me just do it, and I'll find a way to say it and all of that. But along the side, I couldn't. I had to lose everything again and start again. So, but this is how to form the twist, the banana twist. You can see it's very beautiful. Alright, so see what I mean by you have to first sew the edges. You see what I mean now? So you have to close it in such a way that the foam will not show. And if there is any excess foam, you can always cut it off. Alright. So the rule is you can make the foam shorter than the 33 inches. So you can make the foam 31 inches. Okay, so that you can close it. Or 32 inches so that it won't show at the end of the fabric. So you see, at the long run now, I've lost the twist, so it It was after I sewed the edges that I now had to form another twist. Okay, so you also do that for the other side. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. To those who are just watching my channel for the first time, I'm glad to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stay relaxed, keep calm for good content that will help you, alright? And for my to those who already subscribe, my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being there for me. I love you so much. And this is what we have after joining the two parts together. We are going to sew the two parts together after doing that. So that's the other small piece we were doing the other time, that 12 by 6 inches. You are going to use it to close the rough part where you join it together. And look at what we have here. Now back to the inner headpiece. Alright, I've made sure that I took it to my sewing machine and sewn that round. I wanted to form gathers with the sewing machine, gathers or pleats. See, I was trying to do pleats with the sewing machine, but at that time the sewing machine became faulty, so I couldn't do that. I ended up using needle and thread. So I was trying to just gather, sew it, form pleats. For my mind, that they sew am. But after sewing, I realized that it wasn't sewing, It pained me, but well, that's how to say machine misbehave at times. And if you're in Nigeria like me, light issues, so I couldn't use my industrial machine to make that. So as when I made this video, I didn't have lights. There was no light. I mean, please see. So I had to make use of them. But well, it wasn't giving me anything, it pained me. But after discovering that, nothing happened. So I had to resort to using needle and thread. So this is me using needle and thread. So you just as if you are forming gathers. Okay. So you just sew it like this, the way I'm doing it, with your needle and thread. You use your needle and thread to sew it. We are still going to drag the thread to form a gathers effect. and so you drag the thread. It will give you that gathers effect. See how I dragged it? Yeah, it's going to form a gathers effect, and so you're going to sew it and you block it. That's all. What I mean by block is you sew it together so that it doesn't lose. Okay. And then you're done with the inner piece. This is what we have here. You can even wear the inner piece on its own. So see the gathers effect. I mean, did I say gathers effect? No. Yeah, gathers effect. Then look at the pleats too. Yeah, this is what we have here. I mean, it's beautiful, right? If you have your braids, it will go in the the inner one. And see what we have. It's giving, right? Thank you for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.